Hi everybody and welcome back to another video on our series. My name is Sophia Vasquez and thank you so much for being a part of this. If you did enjoy the last video, please give it a like and a thumbs up. And if you find that this content can help you or another person, please do subscribe. It does help me out a lot. This week I do want to kind of touch base on what we talked about last week in terms of our word of the month. So again, our word of this month is bravery. I do want to sort of talk about how bravery has made an impact on my month this month. Again, I do have my laptop over here and I'm going to keep on looking back to my notes just so I'm not like rambling and getting off topic. Bravery for me this month was starting this community. It was about getting out of my shell and really sharing with you all the importance of mental health and awareness. The goal here really is to create that environment and create community where we can all speak and feel like it is a safe space to chat and talk about our struggles that we deal with every day. By me doing it, that was a huge brave step for me. I also decided that this month I signed up for therapy. I found that was huge for me. For many years, I believed that I didn't need to do that. I believed that it wasn't necessary, that I could control my own emotions and deal with it the best way I could in my workouts, in my work, whatever. So to me, that was huge, and that was my source of bravery for the month of November. So a couple things I want to touch base on, or a couple things that I want to share with you all is a little bit of my story. I find that if I share with you some of my struggles, that you'd feel a little bit more open to sharing yours as well. I definitely do want to sort of put my point across, share with you my story and really the whole reason why I created this community. So in my younger years, I struggled with a lot of learning challenges. I was put in a lot of sort of special ed situations and taken out of classes. I was told a lot that I really wouldn't succeed at anything really remotely important in my life. You know, you have problems and that's the way it is and that sucks for you kind of situation. Obviously throughout high school and things like that was really difficult for me. I never even had the opportunity to look into colleges, do my ACTs or SATs. It was sort of this assumption that, oh, you can't do that. That's not something you'll ever be able to do. All that kind of, pushed over to my adult years, or more the college time years, I guess. Obviously, I did not go to college, and I threw myself into something that I thought I could do well. And I got married very young. So I got married probably about 21, 22 is what I remember. Shortly after that, I had my daughter. So I threw myself in a place where I felt like I could do something right. During that time, yes, it was great. It was a great marriage in the beginning. I did like that home life, but I also felt like there was just something off there that it didn't seem right. Through just life and my daughter getting older, I had a lot of problems with my husband. We could not communicate properly. Everything, I had a problem with never got resolved. Slowly it just became into this sort of gaslighty kind of relationship because of my traumas from the past and because of his issues. Together we just exploded and we were not compatible whatsoever. In addition to that, I did not get along with his mother, and we had many quarrels, fights, whatever you want to call them. Lots of, again, you will never become anything. You're not smart. You're just a gold digger. All these horrible things. It was just this constant, like, over and over and over again of situations and problems and people just being nasty and me sort of like, it's okay, like, no big deal. I can get through this. Eventually, I actually, during the quarantine is when the beginning of the quarantine in 2020, I said, that's enough. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. This is not working. So ultimately I left and I moved back to my hometown in Colorado, and I guess had a different realization of what life is and how I wanted to, make things better. So I started this community to really have the ability for people to share and connect and feel heard and understood, because that's huge. Again, you know, in the situations that I did have, you know, there's a lot of this unheard. You're not heard. You're just told you're this or that, but no one's really listening. I think that's a huge thing. You know, people need to be heard and understood, and if it's for healing or not, it's really just to be validated and be like, wow, you know, like this person understands me. You know, I totally get it. And if it is healing for you, wonderful. You know, that's fantastic. With that, I wanted to introduce someone to this specific episode today, my partner and my loving boyfriend, John. And I want to start a conversation here and have him share his story with you all as well. So without further ado, let me get him over here. Okay, guys, so we're going to make this sort of fun and not so serious. And by doing that, just make it more like personable, because if it's too serious, then this doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Anyway, this is John. He's going to be on here just, I guess, sharing his 2 cents on what his idea of our project is about, and then also his story, so that it can also resonate with you as well. So again, everyone has a different unique story, and you know, we're all here to support and appreciate each other. So babe, what do we got?
Am I in it?
You're in it.
I look good.
Yeah.
I look super good.
You look really good.
No, I don't believe you, but okay.
Okay, so let's start with what you think about our project community. How you think it impacts, or how it helps and impacts us all.
Okay, so the thing about the project that I really like is I feel that expression is really important for healing, and it's really stigmatized, so it's hard to kind of talk to people unless you're like, you know, out for drinks and you're like vibing with someone, then it comes up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just kind of like stuck in your own head, and so this kind of project I think is really important for people to have a space to just like express themselves. That kind of ties into my trauma, where kind of as a kid I was kind of taught and made this association that expression is associated with negativity and with punishment. So I think subconsciously I got wired into being extremely like repressed and not able to express because it's associated with those negative consequences. So I actually have noticed that I created a persona that allows me to express artistically. Otherwise, I'm extremely quiet and I won't really say anything. But if I can express it through art, great. This kind of community where you feel safe to do so, and that's kind of the intention behind it, I think is really important for people in today's world. I'm happy to be a part of it, filming, editing, all that kind of stuff. So,
but he's the most important part, because he's the guy that runs the camera and then does the edit. So this is huge. The fact that I can have him here and also be a part of the community, but also be a part of a bigger part of it so that we can share with you is huge. So thank you for being here and sharing. I know it's hard for you to do that too. What would you think that bravery, how was bravery important to you this month?
With bravery, like I said before, I put a lot of the things I feel like I need to express into an art form, which is music and music videos for me. So I have a really dark one I'm working on right now that kind of had to come out. I'm excited to express it and share it, but it's not going to come out this month. So it started this month in bravery, but who knows when it'll be done. So.
Well, there it is. I mean, everybody has their own way of expressing bravery and how it is important to them. So, all right, guys, we wish you the happiest Thanksgiving. Stay tuned for the next video. Again, if you think that this will benefit you, please hit the subscribe button or comment below or like this video as well. That helps us out a lot. But until then, see you next time. With love, Sophie.
Thanks, John.